How were you introduced to drugs?
My father was an alcoholic. I was soon to later find out he was also a drug addict. I originally was introduced to drugs, however, I dated an older guy when I was young.
What's your name?
Liz.
Nice to meet you, Liz.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Good.
How old are you?
I'll be 33 this month.
Oh, okay, 33. This month?
Yep.
What day?
The 26th.
What sign is that?
That's a Virgo.
Yo, shout out to the Virgos.
Yes.
I know a couple birthdays coming up. Okay, and where are you from originally?
Originally from Montgomery County, Horsham area.
Okay, shout out Montgomery County, we out there. How long have you been down in Kensington now?
Phew, let's see, I've been out here since 2009.
That's a long time, right?
That is a long time.
What
Stuck.
made stuck?
Yep.
And you're not alone. What made you decide to come to Kensington?
The convenience.
From Montgomery County down here?
Yeah, the travel tend to be too much. The convenience of the fast money and the easy access to the drugs just drew me in.
How you found out about Kensington?
I actually had a couple neighbors move in from the Fishtown area. And we would come down, we would come visit their friends and family on the weekends and stuff like that. That was back when Kensington was more like shopping. You know, addicts were hidden out. It wasn't so much in your face on the street like it is today. So
you have seen the transition that Kensington have been through, huh?
Yeah, the transition from the addicts not being hidden no more to regular heroin to fentanyl to the car fentanyl down to the trank. So
let's talk about your childhood. What was it like?
I had a pretty good childhood. I'm the baby of 3. My parents did end up splitting up when I was about 13, but that was actually for the best. They're better friends than they are a couple, so that was actually for the best. That took a lot of anger out of the household. You know, family vacations every summer, I had a good education. I just always felt something was different. I didn't connect with the people in my neighborhood. I didn't like to go to school. Eventually ended up getting kicked out of school. I had to go to alternative school, sent to a group home. So I just couldn't stay out of trouble. I just didn't like where I was at.
What's the highest grade you completed?
I did graduate 12th grade.
Oh, okay. And what happened after you graduated?
I was already into drugs by the time I graduated. I think I've had 1 job on the books. I was a dietary aide in a nursing home. That's what I did right after high school. And shortly thereafter that, I was down here.
Let's talk about addiction now. How were you introduced to drugs?
My father was an alcoholic. I was soon to later find out he was also a drug addict. I originally was introduced to drugs, however, I dated an older guy when I was young. And that's how I was originally introduced to drugs.
And what drug was it?
Weed and Xanax. And I later progressed on my own cocaine.
And now, currently, what are you struggling with?
I don't even know what to call it. I mean, I don't feel like this xylazine, I don't feel like that's the only thing that's in these bags out here. But to our knowledge, it's the fentanyl and xylazine. I currently have both legs bandaged. Probably between both knees to ankles, there's about 26 sores between both legs.
And that's a lot of people's situation, the sores. Have you been to the hospital to get that checked out?
I have. I get it checked out with shout out Savage Sisters and Prevention Point. There's currently no decay. It's just open sores that are draining, so the hospital refused antibiotics. So I'm just doing my best to keep it clean and maintaining wound care.
So do you shoot up?
Yes.
Okay. And within 24 hours, how many times do you think you shoot up?
Oh man, as many times as I can. With this new stuff, if you fall asleep, that's it. Forget it. Doesn't matter if you're asleep for half an hour or you're asleep for 5 hours. You wake up, you're sick. So if I had to give a guess, I would say at least 10 to 15 times a day.
And what do you do for work?
I currently engage in sex work.
And that's, the norm out here for a lot of women. I know you don't like doing that.
No.
Have you had any good dating experience?
Sure.
Can you give us an example of one?
I actually did the #1 no-no, and I got into a relationship with somebody who was a regular, who I started seeing back in 2015. We just kept running into each other over and over again, and just due to the fact that a lot of broken promises of getting clean and staying clean is, he actually had me not engaging in sex work. He was supporting my habit, but in the hopes that I would get off, and so we're not together currently due to that situation.
Yeah, it's definitely tough being in a relationship with somebody that's using drugs and you're not using it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not an addict, so
yeah,
it's a little harder for someone like that to understand. Other examples are even just regulars that are in the neighborhood. If they see me, they may not stop for an interaction, but maybe they're on their way to work and here's $10. You treat people right, they treat you right.
Yeah, I agree. Now, have you had any worse dating experience?
Sure. I've been held at gunpoint. I've been thrown from a moving vehicle. I've had money taken back. I've not been paid. I've been raped. I've been beat up. So.
Damn, I'm so sorry.
It's Other horrible. Than being killed.
Thank God that it ain't happened, knock on wood, right?
Yes.
So what's 24 hours a day in your life out here look like?
Craziness. I try to stay to myself. Unfortunately, the breed of addict that we have out here nowadays, it's not community like it should be. They don't stick together. You close your eyes, they're robbing you. And it's usually somebody that's calling you their friend. It's usually somebody that you've helped out, but you can't get help in return. It's a shame. It's very sad. It's not how I was introduced to this community. If you needed help, 4 people would put together just to get you the help that you needed. To where now you can't even get stomach 1. It's a shame.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. People give their last to some people and that person see them, they don't have it when it's their time to give back.
Yep.
What's the situation with your mother? Do you have a good relationship with her?
I do have a good relationship with her. It didn't always used to be good, where she used to be so angry. She's now more so she's just sad. If she could change it, if she could fix it, she would. She has my daughter who just turned 9 in June. My daughter's name is Serenity. She was born addicted. She was born premature. So that was another struggle, that I've gone through out here. Although I have not been in contact, she does know a few of my friends that are out here that I do know that she contacts, just to know that I'm alive and well sometimes.
Right. So you're in a very toxic environment. It's bad out here. People just got shot while I was on my way coming down. It's dangerous out here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's bullets flying all day and night.
How do you stay safe out here?
I carry mace. I carry a pocket knife on me. I do the best I can. Trust is a word that's not widely used, but there's people I do trust to a degree, that if I felt the need that I needed to be around a person or two, that I could go to.
So there are people out here you can trust?
To a degree, yes.
Okay. All right, so what's your living status right now?
I'm currently homeless. I'm living on the street.
And that's gotta be horrible.
Yeah.
What is it like?
Most of my days I'm up, because when I am asleep, it usually is on the sidewalk. So, you know, I try to do what I can, maybe get into Prevention Point's drop center and sleep during the day. So that way, when I am up all night, you know, at least I'm well rested. I had a tent, and I pitched it outside of the neighborhood. It currently was stolen, so, you know, it's something else to look into.
What was your life like before this happened to you?
It's a good question. It was so long ago, and it's hard to tell which came first, like my addiction or my mental health. I suffer from a lot of depression. Self-diagnosed bipolar disorder. I have a lot of anger issues. My mood swings are very high and very low. So I use the drugs as my solution. So it's very hard to tell which was worse. Do I feel better like this, or did I feel better like that? I couldn't tell you.
Got you. Do you feel any shame or guilt due to your situation?
Absolutely.
Agree. A lot of people say they don't, but at least you got your noodles, your marbles still there.
Yeah, absolutely.
The train go by.
That's bad in itself. You can't even get on the train.
Right. So your mental health is really bad out here, right?
Yeah.
What are some things that go through your mind when you are alone?
Is my family better off without me? Am I gonna, is this something I'm gonna suffer with for the rest of my life? You know, I haven't overdosed in a very long time. I usually don't overdose until like shortly after a relapse, and that's just the potency of what we got going on out here. You know, and people will mention things like that, and my response to that, unfortunately, is that's not a benefit that I receive. You know, I couldn't luck out to overdose and die from this disease. I would struggle with it for the rest of my life and suffer.
Did the drugs also, you know, have something to do with your teeth?
Yes.
It's because of the drugs you lost your teeth also?
Yep.
How much you used to weigh before?
I came out of jail 180 pounds. My normal is about 160. I'm about 100 right now.
How often do you eat?
As often as I can. They're pretty good. Outreach is pretty good. A lot of people do come out. Unfortunately, I try to stay away from a lot of the home-cooked food and platters that they do bring out. Unfortunately, quite a few of us have suffered food poisoning. And it's hard to say whether or not that's purposeful or not.
Agree, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think makes... So, okay, you suffer from depression. Is that the reason that you keep using drugs, is to numb the panic attack and the other stuff you suffer from?
I believe so.
So how does it make you feel when you shoot? What type of feeling?
Just more calm. Makes my thoughts stop racing. You know, I'm kind of just able to shut down for a little bit. Even after the high has worn off, it's kind of like right back. So I think that supersedes a lot of the reason why I get high as many times as I do in a day. It might not necessarily be because I physically need to, but mentally and emotionally I feel like I need to.
Got you. All right, Liz, so now you say you have 3 other siblings, right?
I have 2 other siblings.
2 other siblings. Yep. And are you say you're the youngest?
Yes.
Do they struggle with addiction also?
They do not.
So you're the black sheep of the family?
Yeah.
Do you feel like people look down on you because of that?
Absolutely. My brother doesn't speak to me at all. He doesn't want me around his kids. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm the, everybody else in the family, they suffer from alcoholism. Unfortunately, we have lost a few members of the family. I have one other cousin that we did lose to heroin, and I didn't know that he was even an addict until after he passed. So I'm sure, just like him, you know, my mom just tries not to talk about it. She, you know, I think I'm just kept in the dark, or kept a secret of what's going on.
What was the longest time you spent in jail?
A year and a half.
What was the charge?
Unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Stole a car.
Okay. So what happened when you got released? What was the first thing you did?
So my release was an issue. They told me to call for my ride. My ride came. They said I wasn't released yet. My ride was my mom, and she had to pick up my daughter from school. When I finally do get released, there was an issue in the jail. Whatever that issue was, I couldn't tell you. So I get released a few hours later, and I knew that, well, I didn't know. What I thought was, she sat in the parking lot waiting for me, and she thought that I just dipped off. So I didn't feel enough courage to just go home and say, hey, this is what happened, that maybe she wouldn't believe me, that she thought, you know, I just ran to go get high. So I got on the bus, and that's exactly what I did. I was released at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was high by 7.
Now, what's the longest clean time you had?
Other than that,
Yeah, but in being in jail, is that the only time you stayed clean?
I had one real attempt at being clean. It was shortly after my daughter was born. That was 10 months, and I did that with methadone maintenance.
What triggered you?
I was in a relationship that I had no business being in.
What do you want the world to know about you?
Good question. I guess it's not just about me. I guess I'll say it's just addicts in general, that, you know, we're not lost causes, we're not bad people, and stop treating us like we got the plague. Like, you can't even get on public transportation without the side eye or the move over. And we're still human beings, and we do still have feelings, and that shit hurts.
If you had 3 wishes, what would your 3 wishes be?
If I had 3 wishes, I wish that I could beat this. I wish my daughter would never feel any pain, and that her and I would live happily together.
Beautiful. I wish those wishes come true for you.
That'd be great.
Yeah. What's your favorite season of the year?
Summer going into fall.
Why?
Because I do still like the heat, but I like the changeover of the fall. I like the colors. I like that hoodie jean weather.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Nice. What are some of your favorite foods?
Favorite food? Pizza, of course. Pizza, ice cream, cereal, you know.
All right. And do you have a favorite color?
Purple is my favorite color.
Why?
It's been my favorite color since I was a kid. It's just always been a go-to color for me. I've later found out that it meant royalty, so have at it.
Right, that's what's up. Do you have a favorite band or artist you listen to?
Okay, so I used to say Tool was my favorite band. That was somebody my oldest brother introduced me to. Currently into 21 Pilots. 21 Pilots I saw last September with that guy I was telling you about. We saw them at Wells Fargo, and Tyler's his main point to his lyrics is about mental health. So it's something I think people should check out.
Okay.
Things aren't always what they seem.
I'll definitely check them out. She's putting us on, guys, all right? There's some unheard music you haven't heard.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any skill or hobby?
I was a dancer when I was a kid. I competition tap. I'm a licensed scuba diver. And I'm fluent in American Sign Language.
Can you say "we out there" in sign language? The AML family, we out there.
We out there.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, she's official. So this one will be: if your friends or your family see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
I love you and I'm sorry. Hopefully one day we can fix this.
Do you have a spiritual or religious belief?
I believe in God.
Where do you believe you'll go when you die?
Heaven.
Amen. Yes, pray you do.
Yes.
This one to take us home. There are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction.
Yeah.
What's your message for the world?
We're strong, we're not weak. We're actually some of the smartest, some of the smartest people you've ever met, most experienced people you've ever met, most talented people you've ever met. Give them a shot.
Agree, 100.
Yeah.
So before we roll out, is there anything you're in need of that we can help you with?
Clothes, shoes.
What size do you wear in tops, bottoms, and feet wear?
Small, and 7s.
Okay, guys.
All right.
If people want to get in touch with you, do you have a way for them to reach out to you?
Not currently.
You don't have a phone, right?
No. They want to send mail. I have a mailbox at Prevention Point. That's 2913 Kensington Avenue, 19135.
Okay, say that one more time.
2913 Kensington Avenue, 19135.
Awesome. She has her own mailbox, guys, so that's even better.
You can send mail right to me.
Yeah, guys, send her some clothes, please, some feet wear, some, things to make her
hygiene,
hygiene products. Absolutely. Thank you, Liz, for sharing your story.
All right, thank you.
We'll stay connected.
Great.
Remember, don't be bitter, be better.
Yeah.
Until next time, we out there. Peace out.
To circle the other. As you go, you remain a stranger to me, to you. But our pieces left uncovered. I'm thinking about four-leaf clovers. I've got composure, silver coin. You hold me, turn me over right now, but expect to forget about it. Watch as the breeze burns golden smoke that you've stolen. Feels like it's my fortune that you're folding. I'm swimming with the sharks. I'm swimming with the sharks. I can't tell you apart from them. You can't tell either. Will we love or fall in deeper? Tell me, darling, what is it you want? Out of mind doesn't work like it used to. As I know I remain a danger to me, to you. Going altered by the moment here, and as the days turn idle, sweet on survival. I'm on fire, waiting your arrival. I never expect to be saved out of. All you could ask for never made its way to your eyes. Cold in the water, cold unless you keep in a disguise. I'm swimming with the sharks.